Hi everyone and welcome to the weekly Forex Outlook with myself, Kathleen Brooks, Research Director here at Forex.com. Well, as we start a fresh week, there are a few things that are coming into play. We've got a Bank of Japan meeting later this week. We also have key testimony from the Fed Chairman, Ben Bernanke. Now, why is that so important? That is so important because last week we saw a huge move higher in the dollar. The dollar index rose by 2%. Now, here is the dollar index chart. It's a daily chart, as you can see there. Massive move higher over the last few weeks. Again, that accelerated last week on the back of some quite hawkish testimony from some Fed officials. So Fed officials basically touting the possibility of the end of QE3. Remember, that's had a real impact on the markets, helped boost stock markets, weighed down on the dollar a little bit too. But the end of that huge stimulus program from the US could have huge ramifications for the dollar. And what we're looking for from this Bernanke testimony is to find out whether or not what other Fed officials have been speaking is really echoed by the very top, so the leadership at the very top. So what Bernanke says is really going to be pivotal for the dollar. And what we've seen right now is a bit of a cautious start to the week when it comes to the dollar. As you can see there with the dollar index, it's pulled back a little bit. Now that is a bearish harami candlestick pattern that you can see, which tends to be the top in markets. However, we don't necessarily think that the dollar-yen trade has come to an end in any way, shape or form. Now, we're looking at key support of 101.25 in dollar-yen. If we do get below there, then I think that could be quite a negative development. But in the dollar index, as you can see in the chart in front of you, 84, very, very sticky level. However, we do think that 100 pips below there, around about that 82.90 to 83.10, that should act as a very good support zone, certainly for the next 24 to 48 hours as we lead up to that Bernanke testimony. Now, the other thing that has had a big move recently has been gold. Let's take a quick look at the gold chart. This is also a daily chart here. As you can see, the gold, do you remember that recovery? It got up back above to like just below 1500. Well, that's totally turned around and we've seen a sharp decline at the start of a new week in the gold price. Gold is now looking like it may retest those lows from April at 1320 or just below 1320. So we really are struggling with gold. Now, obviously, gold is impacted as well by the dollar, by what's going on in the dollar. So that move higher in the dollar last week really put pressure on gold. But as we approach that 1320 level, investors might start to get a little bit nervous, a little bit cautious. Short gold traders may start taking profit, which could help us move sideways a little bit until we get the next main fundamental driver from that Bernanke speech to find out just how long QE3 is going to last. So that's really the key thing that we're looking at this week. Good luck trading this week, and please do join us next week for more. Thank you.